All right, back at it with another video. Day 6 of the challenge. For those of you that don't have the context, I basically got brought on to do a new project that's completely in Python, uh, which would be awesome, except I don't know Python at all. So I'm going to be learning that. Hopefully, I mean, today is my first day at the job, so hopefully we do it fast enough to where they realize or they don't realize that they should fire me. So let's just dive into the code and see where we're at. We're following Angela Yu's 100 Days of Code. Actually, let's do it this way. Um, and this is what we've been working on. So we've been working through just skipping through all the days that aren't specifically data analysis, pandas, and um, data displaying. So that's kind of what we got into the last time. So I'll go ahead and show you what we've been working on. And we've been using a data set that's all Legos. So you can see that we have here, um, it's a little bit jank, but this is the number of sets of Legos that Lego has released every year since they've been created in 1949. And Python generates this handy dandy little plot right here, which if we just wait, there we go. So if we cut off the last 2 years, which is incomplete data, we get this, which is pretty cool. We can save that if we want. Um, but you can see that they have just ridiculously kind of exponentially increased the amount of just funny, they actually dropped in like 2008. You can see that. Um, just been exponentially increasing the amount of Legos that they're producing every year, or at least sets of Legos that they're producing every year. Um, gotcha. That's what that does. Cool. So what we're going to be doing today is just working through some more Panda stuff, getting more experience, and kind of playing around with some data um, to see where we can hopefully apply these skills directly to the job that I'll be working on, and hopefully we'll dive into a little bit of the job today, or the project. So without anything else, let's go ahead and get started. So the next thing it talks about is the ag function, or aggregate. Um, so let's go ahead and see what the challenge is. So if we wanted to calculate the number of different themes by calendar year, which I guess we already have. So how did we do that? We counted it by grouping it by year, dot count. But we can change the count function, I think. So we can change this to let's see. We want this to be, and we'll actually leave that for now. Oh, this isn't sets by year. This is themes by year. So then let's go down here. We're going to do it's not plotly. It's like Matlib, which is just, I'm guessing, the math plotting library, matplotlib. It's a mouthful though. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say themes per year. We're gonna set that equal to set data dot group by year. And we're gonna aggregate the data. Here's what we do. We pass it the theme ID, which if we go in here, this value, theme ID. And then we also want to pass it the function that we want to use, which is going to be pd.series.inUnique. So what this is going to do is we are calculating the themes of Legos per year. And for those of you that just joined, we're using this huge CSV data of all the Lego sets that have ever been created. And then we're going to calculate the number of themes for each year. We do that by accessing the set data, grouping it by year, and then we're going to use the ag function, which we just learned about, to sort or at least count the number of unique theme IDs for each year. All right. So then let's go ahead and plot that. Oh. So theme ID. So let's first just format it. So dot rename. Columns are equal to theme ID and the number of themes. And we're gonna make sure that that overwrites the other ones. So in place equal to true. Okay, what's going on here? Cannot assign to a function. Oh, whoops. Brackets. Who would have thought, right? Okay. And then we're just gonna sort it top to bottom. So themes per year had. And then when we print that, set data group by. PD. I didn't do it as PD, I did pandas. Without this. So let's make sure we have the right header. So we'll go to theme ID, just copy this. Pandas, series, and unique. Man, it's going to be these little things that just ruin my chances at let's dock that back. That was not fun. Okay, so you can see 1949 there were two different themes. 1951 224 and then 82. So let's see what the next thing is. So you can see we sorted that pretty quick. Okay, so the next challenge is to create a line plot for this data. So that's what we're doing is plot, and then for the things we're gonna do themes per year, and we're gonna access all indices with the spread operator -2 because the last 2 years are incomplete, and then we're going to do the same thing. Oh, sorry, and this is the index, and this is the number of themes. And I forgot to show the so you can see these are all the themes. Oh, I thought it wanted us to actually draw trend lines, but I don't think we know how to do that. Now let's figure out how to display multiple lines on the same graph. So multiple trends on the same graph. So you can actually do that. Let's close this out by just uncommenting everything here. Ooh. And that will actually display both, right? Because you're plotting, you're calling the plot of the first one, and then you're calling to plot the second one, and then you're showing the trend line. So you get this, which is kind of horrible. Just out of curiosity, let me zoom in. So, okay. Cool. So it is like it's funny, it is like an exponential curve. You just miss that in the scale of how dwarfed it is by this. So let's figure out how to make that way more appealing. Getting hold of an axis object from mathplotlib. So this is interesting, but this is a lot. Oh man. Be able to configure data, two separate axes, same chart. So we need the axis object. So let's do so creating multiple axes. Plot.gca. So you're creating another axis that shares the same x-axis. Does that make sense? So creating the axis, which is probably like greatest common axis or something. Let's go ahead and pull up the documentation real quick. GCA, get the current axes. Okay. Right? So you're getting the current axis, and then you're creating a separate axis that mirrors the x-axis. And then you're displaying that. But there's one more thing. So now instead of plot, plot, what you want to do is actually take this up, create this here, and then for each of the axes. So axis 1, and axis 2. I don't know if this matters as much as it does to me, but I'm just going to go ahead and run this. Cool. So check that out. Now we have independent data sets, right? So this is showing for the second, this is showing for the first, but you get the same trend, which is like, okay, this is more of an exponential growth. I don't know why I did that, right? You can actually see the trend line. So you can really customize it and make it nice. Check this out. So you can actually customize the elements. So you can add styling. So let's do that here. So axis 1. You can set labels, right? So we're setting the year, but they both share year, so you don't have to do that twice. You just do Y. No. So we're going to set that one equal to green, and then axis 2, set Y label. And we're going to do number of themes. Let's fix that real quick, and then we're going to set that equal to blue. Let's add that. Go ahead and run it. Is that green? Doesn't look very... Oh, it set the actual text to green, but it didn't set the That's funny. So that's actually done here. So So now when we run it, cool. So we have green to green, blue to blue. For some reason, I feel like blue should be on the, it doesn't matter. But you can see the scale matches, which is cool. And that, look at this. This is very interesting. The number of sets that they're producing is increasing, but the number of themes. Wait, no, that's the opposite of what would be interesting. It would be more interesting if the number of themes were increasing, but the number of sets they were producing were dropping. I think. I don't even know. Maybe I'll learn through the rest of this course, right? So let's go ahead and keep working. Average number of parts per Lego set. So we want to create a pandas series called parts per set that has the year as the index. What the heck? Okay, so let's go ahead and try to do that. So we're going to create parts. So here's the challenge. We're going to challenge display the average number of parts per Lego set. Okay, so we're going to say average number of parts, right? We're going to set that equal to set data. Let's do average parts per year is equal to set data group by year. And then we're going to aggregate by num parts. Pandas.series dot is there like a there's a mean, a median, and a mode. So I want mean. I think that's it. Hold on. Let's print that. Yep. Too easy. Literally one line of code. That is such like a cool short idea. Oh man, I've got like a horrible cramp. Oh man, that's brutal. Oh, shoot. Hopefully my appendix didn't burst. Okay. Um, cool. So we can do that, and then we can actually, we could plot it. Let's plot it. Yeah, let's plot it. Okay. Um, so let's go ahead and plot, and we want to plot, and we want to do average parts per year dot index, and we want it for all the years minus 2. I think that's how that works. I could be totally wrong on. And then we want to plot that against the average parts per year dot num parts colon minus 2. And then we need to plot that. Let's go ahead and run that. And you can see like pretty obviously, yeah, they have been getting more complicated over time with early 2000s. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this. From the year 2004, peaking at 2008, and then probably like economics brought it back down. So that's actually very interesting. They were at like their peak, honestly, like when I was a kid. Um, at least in terms of complexity. And now they're getting back up to where, but the average being 100 sets per Lego isn't that bad. I remember friends building like those giant, like remember the Millennium Falcon or like the giant Death Star, um, and then those weirdos would glue their Legos together. What the heck? Oh, this is cool. So the next thing we're gonna learn to do is actually relate different schemas together. Is there a challenge at the end of it, or does it just walk you through? Let me see. Okay. So let's say, like, okay, we want to know we have these themes with a theme ID, right? Like 11 off road, or let's see, like if we want to do like Ninjago, right? 435, or is Marvel one? Let's see. Marvel superheroes 596, right? In sets, if we search, there may be a 596. Definitely not that. Okay, let's go back up. There's a theme ID after the year. So like 143, space minifigures. The theme is 143. Then if we go to themes and we search 143, we get, ooh, it's supplemental. Wow. How incredible. Um and so but that's the theme, right? So how do we pair this information automatically, this column, with this column so that all of this data gets aggregated together? And that's actually going to be hopefully pretty big. Um, yeah, so basically, what we mentioned earlier is that they're linked by theme ID between sets and themes. So all we have to do is link those. And so, but in theme ID, it's just called ID, right? Because theme is implied. And in sets, it's called theme ID. So we have to link those. Okay, themes, CSV. How many IDs correspond with the Star Wars theme? Okay. Let's go in here. Color data. So let's go ahead and let's link themes with linking themes with sets. So the set is going to be, need to import that, which is going to be theme data is equal to pd dot read CSV. And then we're going to pass it the link, which is data themes CSV, right? Okay, so now we have all the theme data. And what it wants us to do is figure out, search for the name Star Wars. Is that in themes? One, two, three, four. Okay, so then we want to do theme data where theme data theme what's the name? So the name is equal to Star Wars. I think we can just print that. So we have 18, 158, 209, 261. So then we could call that actually instead of printing it, we could call that Star Wars data. It's equal to theme data Star Wars. Star Wars data, theme data, name is equal to Star Wars, right? And then we're going to say how do we do this? Use the IDs you just found to look for corresponding sets in sets.csv. Num Star Wars sets is equal to 0 for theme ID So for theme in Star Wars data, we want to see we want to go into the set data, right? So we're going to go into sets and we're going to add the number of sorted sets for Star Wars data to this, right? So sets, the theme ID. So we're going to do set data where set data theme ID theme. Don't think that's what we want. Let me think about this. So that'll give us a list. So we could take the length of that list. But I still don't think that's what we want. Dot, not number of unique. Let's see if count. You can say num Star Wars sets is equal to the count of each of the themes. Breaks. Yep. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're going to figure out what the type of this is. For theme and Star Wars data ID. Theme, so it's sorting all of these and it's only giving 18 Star Wars 1. And I want the ID. Okay, so let's figure this out and then You want to figure out sets. So let's see, set data. Set data dot theme ID is equal to what, 18? Okay. Set number, name, year. See if we just print it. We get all of these. Okay, so you can see quickly we can filter through each of these columns. So for Lego sets that match this theme ID, which is like a Star Wars one, you can see there's all these different sets that have been released, and these are the number of parts in each one. This is the year. How is this only one part? Okay, that must just be wrong in the data. 0 parts. What? Um, but okay, so we have this data. Now we got to figure out, is that the best way to link it? I think would be the best question to ask. Oh, um, so if we, this is funny, if we set it equal to the other one, which was 209, let's run this. This is kind of funny. Look, these are all Star Wars advent calendars, which is just kind of funny. So you can see we've got all these different Lego sets. We can do data. Hey Taylor. Yeah, so we're just doing like big data analysis on Lego sets. So there's 4 different Star Wars themes, but this one, it's funny. They have a separate theme for all their advent calendars that they release every year. What I was kind of hoping is that it would actually show how to, which we haven't gotten into, so I don't know if that's the next lesson. Let's move on though. Okay, so wouldn't it be nice if we could combine our data or theme names? Yeah, that would be awesome. Oh, so the merge method does that. Okay, so we got to purge the urge to merge real quick. And or actually splurge on the urge to merge. Oh, let's back that up. Let's comment all of this out. Actually, no, we don't want to comment that out. So here's what we want to do is give these a name. So let's see what they recommend. Currently, our theme IDs live inside a series. Set theme count. The number of sets per theme. Honestly, I feel like I missed something. Let me pull this up here. Bring this over here. Because we have this relational database schema. So wouldn't it be nice if we could combine our themes, use the merge method, works on columns with the same name in both data frames. So we'll have to rename it, right? Currently, our theme IDs and our number of sets per item live inside a series called set theme count. Let's see, do I still have that? So let's uncomment this. We have a column with the name ID. I'll convert this to a pandas series in the pandas data frame. So what is it called? Set data. Okay, sets per year. So let's go down here. So to prepare a merge between data sets, we have to make sure that the columns have the same name. So we can take sets per year. Actually, I don't think that's the right one. Sets per year. Let's just do this. Let's just we'll create a new variable and call it set theme count. And we'll set it equal to set data theme ID dot value counts. So that's going to count the value of each of the themes. Right, and then Let's go ahead and print. Set theme count, spread. I'm guessing that's the first 5. Let's go ahead and see. Theme ID 158. So that's the ID and the set count. Okay. So then we can actually rename those so that we can merge it by doing this. So set theme count is equal to pandas data frame, which is just what a pandas kind of object is that you can interact with. So we're going to create a new data frame, and we're going to feed it a title for the first column, which is ID. Set theme count dot index. It's the first column, and then we'll call it set count. Is going to be set theme count dot values. For the second column. And then all that does is that'll give it a column name. So when I print set theme count now, you'll see all the values are the same, but it should have a header. Right? ID set count. Cool. So that's what we want. So now we can merge it because it has the ID. We can merge it with the theme data to get the actual theme. So let's go ahead and do that. Merge data frame is going to be equal to pandas dot merge, and we want to merge the set theme count. So that's the first data frame. The second data frame is going to be theme data, and then and we're going to merge it on the parameter ID, right? Because now that they both share that same name, we can actually merge both of those data sets together, which just gives us one thing to work off of. So, and then when we print that merge data frame, what we get is something that has the ID, the set count, which is from set theme data or set theme count, but then we also have the name of the sets, and we have the parent ID. So you can see now, okay, for this Star Wars, whatever, we have 753 sets. So it looks like Star Wars, I don't know if this is sorted. Let's do this. That won't actually change anything, I don't think. Maybe Star Wars is the biggest. That would kind of make sense. Yeah, so it is the biggest data set. So it looks like it at least sorts it. Because these IDs are random, but this count is decreasing in order. So now we can actually plot that, and we can create a bar chart to kind of show what are the top Lego sets, what are the lowest. So let's do plot bar. And we're going to plot the merged data frame, probably name. Yeah. Let's do name top 10. This is the top 10 Lego sets. And then we want on the y-axis, we want the number of sets. So that's going to be merge data frame.set count. And we also just want the top 10. So if we show that, then when we run this, you'll see we get this, which is cool, almost, except that supplemental, my favorite Lego theme. So here's all the Star Wars stuff, which is pretty cool. You can see, I don't like that it's a scale of 0 to 1, because that doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's from the axes that I determined. So here's the number of themes, right? So yeah, we do have the right information. It's just on this side. And that's not even right. It is the number of sets. It's just that the axes are now mislabeled. So if we go across, you can see that we have a number of themes. So Star Wars has over 700 different Lego sets. Gear, which I've never even heard of, is that like trucks or something? Let's go check that out. Wait, just gears? What? I don't know. I have no idea what Lego gear is. Friends? I did not. Let me see. Is Lego Friends like Friends the movie or the TV show? Oh no, there's actually a huge history on this. Yeah, Lego did like a huge study on what girls want in toys and then built out I guess it was Lego Friends, which is crazy that it became one of their top sellers. Cool. And then none of these are really relevant. All right, so let's close that. And you can see I printed that there. So the only problem is that when we run this, right, the original formatting is pretty nasty, a little nastified. So we can fix that pretty quick. Let's see. Let me scroll up and just delete these. So almost unreadable. Good thing is that we can customize our charts. So let's figure out plot, figure, fig size is equal to 14 by 8. X ticks. We can actually set a font size. Okay, so we can set a font size of 14. And then we can do a rotation so it slopes down of 45 degrees. Plot y-ticks. We'll just set a font size of 14 as well. And then plot y label, we're going to do the number of sets. X label, we're going to do theme name with a font size of 14. And what I'm going to do is just copy this and paste it here. Cool. So when we run that and we get our new thing, it automatically builds it up, and all the words actually fit aside from this one, which is sad, which is Duplo. Yeah, Lego reduces, look at that. The books and keychains are some of their top things, which is crazy. Okay, so that's the end of a pretty big lesson, which is all on data analysis and stuff. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually just keep moving, and we go ahead and check off from my Obsidian file day 74. It's day 75, right? I think that's what we just did, right? Let me double check. Nope, it was 74. Okay, cool. So we're done with day 74. And then Google Trends data. Let's just go ahead and see what will we do if we do day 75. So let's check this out. We have let's not like test relate to the searches for unemployment benefits. So you know what? I think I'm actually not gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is actually get started on some like real world stuff, because I think I have enough information to just absolutely struggle through through some of this information. So let me actually see. I think there was a So this is a cool one. Use space mission data from 1957 onwards to analyze, visualize trends over time. That would be a cool thing to do in the future. Um, sorry, my stream just cut out. Um, so that would be a cool thing to do in the future. But right now, what I want to do is actually get situated on real world stuff. So let me go into my email actually and get. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an account at Space Track. Right, and don't actually know how this works, but this is, I've heard it's good. So create an account. Holy smokes. Okay. So let's create an account real quick. Okay. So I'm assuming that they're going to email me a password because it didn't ask me for one. Okay. Da, da, da. What the heck? Okay. It keeps saying my password is wrong, but I'm almost positive that I'm putting it in right. That's it. Okay. Let's go. I can type. Let's go ahead and update that. Probably. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's go home. Okay. Let's sign in. What? This is ridiculous. I literally... Caps lock on or something? No. This is the login that I just created. I have no idea. So let's go ahead and... Oh, whoops. So I guess we're going to reset my password again. Okay, cool. Now we're in. So let's just look at all this information. Sat cat. So this is like a ton of space information, which is really cool. Like satellites and that kind of stuff. Decay, reentry, query builder. So this hopefully kind of previews what I'll be building, or at least exploring over the next little bit. That's cool. I already have charts. What is this? Annual launches, public catalog growth, payload to launch ratio. I don't even know what that means. Cool. So this is all just like a ton of space information that we can figure out how to aggregate and how to start like making things off of. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. That's all I've got for today.